Good morning. Google, Samsung, Tesla. How big tech is reshaping Texas commercial real estate? And Texas commercial real estate is no longer being shaped primarily by population growth alone. It's being fundamentally redefined by capital intensive commitments from big tech. So think of companies like Google, Samsung, and Tesla are deploying tens of billions of dollars across the state, which is creating lasting demand for industrial, office, land, and infrastructure driven commercial real estate. And for commercial real estate investors and business owners, this shift is structural and not cyclical. So, why Texas keeps winning big tech capital? Well, it's a business friendly state, is one thing. But Texas offers a rare combination of attributes that large technology firms are going to prioritize. Oh, surprise, business friendly regulatory environment. I think that's the number one. There's also scalable land availability compared to other states and access to skilled labor, not to mention robust power and logistics infrastructure that's already in place, but also no state income tax. And as national office markets struggle with vacancy, Texas continues to attract long term occupiers willing to build and not just lease. Let's look at Google, data centers, AI, and industrial demand. Google's continued expansion of data centers across Texas is accelerating demand for specialized industrial real estate. And these facilities are going to require large scale industrial zoning, high capacity power access, fiber connectivity, but also proximity to transmission infrastructure. And for CRE investors, this is going to create a downstream demand for electrical contractors, maintenance facilities, flex industrial space, and land position near energy corridors, particularly in Houston and Central Texas. So let's take a look at Samsung next. They've got semiconductor manufacturing reshaping Central Texas. And Samsung's semiconductor investments are among the most capital intensive real estate plays in the country. And that's because semiconductor fabs are going to require thousands of acres of surrounding industrial land. They're going to need redundant infrastructure systems. They're going to need supplier driven industrial clusters nearby, but also workforce adjacent housing and retail projects. And these projects permanently alter submarkets by anchoring long term industrial ecosystems rather than short term lease cycles. Next is Tesla, manufacturing as a real estate multiplier. So Tesla's Gigafactory near Austin demonstrates how a single corporate facility can reshape an entire metro. And beyond the factory itself, Tesla's presence drives supplier and logistics facilities, industrial outdoor storage demand, definitely a need for workforce housing development, and retail and mixed use expansion. Now, this model is now being replicated across Texas manufacturing corridors. So let's look at some implications for Houston, Katy, and the West Texas markets. In Houston's industrial market and growth corridors, like Katy and Fulshire, benefit indirectly from big tech expansion through port adjacent logistics demand, energy driven infrastructure build outs, and secondary supplier relocation. And I think we'll also see more increased land banking by institutional investors as the city grows out further. But investors focus solely on today's rent comps risk missing the longer term thesis. And infrastructure and employment anchors drive value long after the initial construction is complete. So, what are smart CRE investors doing right now? Well, sophisticated investors are repositioning their portfolios towards industrial and flex assets near power and logistics nodes, land with future entitlement potential, and assets that support advanced manufacturing ecosystems. Markets with the durable employment drivers. And Texas CRE is being reshaped by capital and not by speculation. And here's the final takeaway. Google, Samsung, and Tesla are not chasing short-term trends. They're building permanent operating footprints. And commercial real estate investors who align with these capital flows position themselves ahead of the next decade of demand. Now, if you're underwriting Texas CRE without factoring big tech's expansions, you're underwriting yesterday's market. Let's have a conversation. You can visit my website, Houston Real Estate Brokerage, to figure out how to get a hold of me. Love to chat more and have a good day.